Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Gary Grigsby, Sworn East. We're here end of August, so we have one more month to get the objectives that we need. Taking a look, we have the Soviets on map forces 3.352 million now. So we're getting very close to our on-map forces. Of course, we also have the Axis allies, so we should be at a bit of an advantage here, which is good. Looking at the losses for the Soviets, 8.2 million. For us, it's nearing 2 million now. Victory point 722. It's also the high watermark. We need to get 750. Total men for the Soviets, it's way down here. Basically, again, in this boost, I would say it's comparable to August 1941 levels. Total guns significantly going down here. AFVs going down for the both of us, but first time that the Soviets are actually below us, interestingly enough. Aircraft back up. Manpower losses for the Soviet last turn, 250,000 men. That's nice. Gun losses, AFV losses. For us, the fuel stores have been pretty much the same, so abysmal. Yeah. Let's get started. So... let's see if we got any reinforcements, because they actually have to be sent right back. 7th Flieger, 269th Croatian, at least once they can. I cannot send them back right now, but I'll just keep them there at the ready, and I'll send them back to the Western Front on the next turn, because they're at 76, so that's obviously not good. Norway at 96, because I sent some units the wrong way. Finland 98. In the reserve we have nothing too serious. I'll send the Digelevanger SS Separate Infantry Regiment over to Western Europe. I'll probably send almost everything to Western Europe at this point. Anything that can hold a gun will go there. Garrison is okay. Africa, can I look at that? 112. That's pretty good, so I'll probably send some from there. 101 and 99. So... if we're looking at Africa, they have about 7. Too much, say. That means I'm going to send this Special Purpose Battalion over to the Balkans. And this Motorized Infantry Battalion. Let's just... The thing is that, especially for North Africa, because ground combat is medium, I'd like to keep enough units there to kind of keep them going. Because that way it will take a lot longer for them to potentially get to Italy. I'd rather keep it at that, indeed. Anyway, I probably cannot send them because they're not far away enough from the front line. So I will send these over here and then hope that they are far enough. Let's work on the rail for as much as possible. So I will not make the entire rail line, but at least I got it up here, and then to Torshok, where I'll put a depot. I'll put this one at 1 actually, because they'll be taking it from these here, those two. Actually, I can disband this one. That's fine. Yeah, sure. That's one rail unit. I would need to beat those guys to continue the rail. Same there. This was... I don't even want to talk about it. Well, above all else, that gets it to say Saltsk. They're unready even, but they still get to take hexes. And I need to take both of those two. This is becoming a bit of a problem because also they teleported to get these hexes again. That means these guys are a bit of an issue now. Although it seems they have at least a unit either here or here. Here or here. There, huh? Because they might not necessarily have teleported in between that area after all. But they still do get behind my lines, and that is both a problem and it means I can encircle them. It's kind of weird in that regard. I need at least a second unit to attack there, though. Oh great, it's that bug again. But at the very least, I technically now have that rail line. Okay, you cannot get out because of the attacks. I will try and link that up there. Let's just back. They have quite a bit of movement. Retreated only, huh? But I think I would be able to take them down with a soft attack now. Given their vulnerable state, they might even just route from there. And indeed they did. So it's pretty reasonable for this army. The question is how I'm gonna beat that rifle division. I think I really want to move with them. Okay. Let's move in here. These guys are also very weak, but I cannot move there, unfortunately. Because if I move in there, yeah, I just have to try. Ah, crap. So I know Krasnodar, I guess, is likely empty, but I cannot reach it now. Unfortunate business, that. Yeah. Okay. I mean, at the very least, I want to move like this and keep them away from the front. Move them up there, although they're also quite weak. Wow. Okay, that's actually pretty powerful. I'm kind of surprised almost that I still beat them. The thing is that I need to move them away from the rail line, most of all, in order to be able to hold it. There we go. I'll move in there, but I don't think I'm going to move any further at that point. Also, we'll use these, I guess, for the purposes of dealing with all of this. I definitely need to have a unit at least going back, given that problem. But I'll try to deal with pockets and stuff first during this episode. Oh, so they do have a unit in there. Both of them can perform heavy attacks from that position. I have to say I'm a bit skeptical, so I'll take another division here. Great. The one with 6 couldn't do it. There was still enough, at least. 3,000, okay, so it's just overwhelming forces. But not necessarily on combat value. 53 to 4. Well, we can go in there then and hold the city. Let's take a step back from the rest. These two are probably quite tough to beat still, I would wager. Can't really do a whole lot against that pocket anymore. I mean, look, I have to leave that to non-German units, right? Like, I can't... do that any other way. Most enemy units, or some of them at least, are still quite powerful. I need to get those Romanians out and around too. They can't really stick here. Okay, got pushed back at least. With Axis allied forces, you never know. You never right know. My goal here is to encircle this small amount of units, which arguably isn't a lot. But my goal is to keep unhinging this entire front here that they're trying to put up. Keep pushing them back to whatever area I might be able to go. Probably takes 4 for them to move. Not it's crap, and I can't take it back, yeah, because I took those X's. Now, an interesting question is whether I want to take with that cavalry division too. And what I want to do out here. Like, I can get them here and then attack. You can move up. Question is, would they route? Can't do a soft attack. Back, back, back. So they're not actually touching. Trying to attack here with a 4-strength Hungarian unit might be fruitful depending on what else happens. These are isolated. Interesting. Let's start here. taking that airfield. Another thing I think I could do is I can actually route these, I think, by just going in here and attacking. They need 9 to attack across the river. Yeah, exactly, they can handle that. Sweet. They still have the tanks there, always tricky business. Although everything here is tricky business. 3. That should be okay. Yeah. Didn't figure out what they have there. Which is unfortunate. Another question then becomes, do you want to take the cavalry too? Taking down enemy pockets sure has its advantages. But attacking into that this turn with the Hungarian troops does not seem like a fruitful operation. But certainly I will get these guys across the Don. And then I'll see in a bit. Not to be a dick, but I'm not gonna take these guys this turn yet. They can rest. Look, 12 has to be enough, right? Come on, yeah. There we go. Don't want to run the risk of not getting it there. So definitely going for a serious attack. Problem is, of course, with the rain, things become a bit tricky, as they tend to do. I can break this front. Probably a good idea too. But I require different forces. Let's take the Mine the Luftwaffe Field Division too. Probably doesn't help that much, but it might help a little bit against this force. Okay, at least they retreated. What I'm looking to do here is free up this unit, and I guess then by extension Chula. What I need to do for that Soft attack might actually cut it here. All they need to do is retreat for the moment. Obviously not the very best for the motorized brigade there. I can probably break these with this unit. So then ultimately doing this then allows me a bit more leeway. And yeah, I'll have to take this down over time. Together with these, obviously. They can just bleed a little bit longer. Having level 3 already, that fort level is not going to go up. So they're already at the maximum fort level, and I definitely need some serious forces in order to take that down, regardless. Let's also deal with this here. That's Borovici. And another 9,000 gone. Not bad. Now, what can we do? I think doing a soft against that airborne brigade might help a bit. I mean, it did work, ultimately. Can now also move up the French infantry unit. Not too far, but it can go somewhere. That already takes care of most of 9th Army, unfortunately, except for these two. But like I said, they'll go and attack there. I can probably encircle these, or these and these pretty well. I think I can break open this entire front, most likely. Okay, I cannot do this, so if I want to have a major attack, I'll probably need another unit. Let's see. Let's take the 15th. No. It's not on the cards. Wow, that's insane. Let's take at least these three. I can't believe I'm even considering taking a 4th, which is absurd, I think, by any other standard. Seven, but it's level 2, yeah. Huh. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. But let's keep going. Okay, I guess I have to move back now to get those guys out. But I have to get those guys out. Especially the tanks, because this might not make it. No, I did. Okay, sweet. Because of their movement, that's the biggest problem. That's just an infantry. Fine. This unit's just... Oh. The tricky part here, of course, comes from moving whatever forces I have. Attacking across the river here. Not my idea of fun. There is that to work with, and they better not continue that attack. As much as I would want to. Let's see, 'cause it's a pretty decent unit. The question is just, what do you want to do with it? If I go in here, this is a division, also a weak one it seems. I can probably route that, but Again, just clearing out the enemies would be nice. But let's actually see here. It's a bit wasteful. But I feel it might be possible to surround at least this rifle division around Ryazan. If I do that with these guys, then at least I can move these up towards Moscow and these towards this area. I think that makes a little bit more sense that way. That also brings my point numbers up to 748, which is 2 more points. And let's get around these guys. It seems unlikely that I would get around these two. Oh, they have a unit there. Huh. Okay, let's hope it doesn't cost too many tanks. None. The thing that I like about doing something like this here is that, like I said, I can have at least the 2nd Panzer Army on this side over here instead of having them all around, which means that if I can put a bit more focus for 3rd Panzer Army to get to Moscow, you know, over the next couple of turns, that should help too. Although, as before, I'm extremely overstretched, but the Russians are too, in a way. Like this means nothing, these walls, like it's just empty stuff. Same here. Those are kind of like husks of units. They get a lot of units though every turn. 3.235. Yeah, we almost have more tanks on the battlefield again, comparatively. And I have a lot of tanks in reserves, whereas they don't really that much, but it doesn't add up yet still, regardless. But anyway, the fact that I can move these guys to this side is pretty decent. Yeah. The question here is, do I want to put them in here or in there? I think here. Now, because of this, I don't necessarily want to get them together, but I do want to do that with these here. 17th Panzer, which is also deadly weak. As are almost all my units, but in a way it doesn't really matter because I'll have the points to win anyway. I mean, at least that is if I take Krasnodar. Then I'll be done. I have to play it till October, of course. Can I see here how many turns? No. But next one will be, it's like August is 31, so it's like 6th. So next turn, 13, 20, 27, and how do you get to 1st October? Now that's weird, but I guess it's like either 4 or 5 turns, most likely 5 turns in total after this. 5 turns is a lot though. So that'll be interesting. Anyway, to have pushed them to this side of the Oka as well this far is pretty good. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do in this episode now is I'm gonna wrap things up. Let's just take a quick peek at any potential Hungarian units that will likely not have started moving. Nope, they did not. I do not get any units down here. Of course, no. Alright, indeed, so I'll wrap things up here. No. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you all next time.